Section 12. The Fourth Noble Truth, the Path to the Cessation of Dukkha. Middle Path or Noble Eightfold Path. The fourth Noble Truth is that of the way leading to the cessation of dukkha. This is known as the middle path because it avoids two extremes. One extreme being the search for happiness through the pleasures of the senses, which is low, common, unprofitable, and the way of the ordinary people. The other being the search for happiness through self-mortification in different forms of asceticism, which is painful, unworthy, and unprofitable. Having himself first tried these two extremes, and having found them to be useless, the Buddha discovered through personal experience the middle path, which gives vision and knowledge, which leads to calm, insight, enlightenment, nirvana. This middle path is generally referred to as the Noble Eightfold Path because it is composed of 8 categories or divisions, namely 1. Right understanding, 2. Right thought, 3. Right speech, 4. Right action, 5. Right livelihood, 6. Right effort, 7. Right mindfulness, 8. Right concentration. Practically, the whole teaching of the Buddha, to which he devoted himself during 45 years, deals in some way or other with this path. He explained it in different ways, in different words, to different people, according to the stage of their development and their capacity to understand and follow him. But the essence of those many thousands discourses scattered in the Buddhist scriptures is found in the Noble Eightfold Path. It should not be thought that the 8 categories or divisions of the path should be followed and practiced one after the other in the numerical orders as given in the usual list above. But they are to be developed more or less simultaneously, as far as possible according to the capacity of each individual. But they are to be developed more or less simultaneously, as far as possible according to the capacity of each individual. They are all linked together, and each helps the cultivation of the others. The 3 training. These 8 factors aim at promoting and perfecting these 3 essentials of Buddhist training and discipline, namely A. Ethical conduct, B. Mental discipline, and C. Wisdom. It will therefore be more helpful for a coherent and better understanding of the 8 divisions of the path if we group them and explain them according to these 3 heads. Compassion and wisdom. Ethical conduct is built on the vast conception of universal love and compassion for all living beings on which the Buddha's teaching is based. It is regrettable that many scholars forget this great ideal of the Buddha's teaching and indulge in only dry philosophical and metaphysical divagations when they talk and write about Buddhism. The Buddha gave his teaching for the good of many, for the happiness of many, out of compassion for the world. According to Buddhism, for a man to be perfect, there are 2 qualities that he should develop equally: compassion on one side and wisdom on the other. Here, compassion represents love, charity, kindness, tolerance, and such noble qualities on the emotional side or qualities of the heart, while wisdom would stand for the intellectual side or the qualities of the mind. If one develops only the emotional, neglecting the intellectual, one may become a good-hearted fool, while 2 develop only the intellectual side, neglecting the emotional, may turn one into a hard-hearted intellect without feeling for others. Therefore, to be perfect, one has to develop both equally. That is the aim of the Buddhist way of life. In its wisdom and compassion are inseparably linked together, as we shall see later. Ethical conduct. Now, in ethical conduct based on love and compassion are included 3 factors of the Noble Eightfold Path, namely right speech, right action, and right livelihood. Right speech means abstention 1. From telling lies, 2. From backbiting and slander and talk that may bring about hatred, enmity, disunity, and disharmony among individuals or groups of people. 3. From harsh, rude, impolite, malicious, and abusive language. And 4. From idle, useless, and foolish babble and gossip. When one abstains from these forms of wrong and harmful speech, one naturally has to speak the truth, has to use words that are friendly and benevolent, pleasant and gentle, meaningful and useful. One should not speak carelessly. Speech should be at the right time and place. If one cannot say something useful, one should keep noble silence. Right action aims at promoting moral, honorable, and peaceful conduct. It admonishes us that we should abstain from destroying life, from stealing, from dishonest dealings, from illegitimate sexual intercourse, and that we should also help others to lead a peaceful and honorable life in the right way. Right livelihood means that one should abstain from making one's living through a profession that brings harm to others, such as trading in arms and lethal weapons, intoxicating drinks, poisons, killing animals, cheating, etc., and should live by a profession which is honorable, blameless, and innocent of harm to others. One can clearly see here that Buddhism is strongly opposed to any kind of war when it lays down that trade in arms and lethal weapons is an evil and unjust means of livelihood. These 3 factors, right speech, right action, and right livelihood of the Eightfold Path constitute ethical conduct. It should be realized that the Buddhist ethical and moral conduct aims at promoting a happy and harmonious life both for the individual and for society. This moral conduct is considered as the indispensable foundation for all higher spiritual attainments. No spiritual development is possible without this moral basis.